Chair Professor here. This is absolutely unacceptable to me. Gig workers say they are struggling to get personal protective equipment from companies. This on the 16th of April, peak pandemic, right? This is going to be a major talking point of mine in the 24-hour challenge, video challenge on Sunday, which begins 9 a.m., is to really call out all of these companies and find out from drivers and food delivery people who has received what. We have to hold these companies accountable. They cannot get off not supplying their people on the front lines with PPE. Absolutely unacceptable. People hear the abbreviation PPE. Some people may not know it's personal protective equipment, PPE, right? So many promises out there, almost hardly any deliveries. One or two companies are actually shipping it out, but you've got to pay for the shipping, $5 or $6. Better than nothing, but you're getting it. But this is not on, folks, and this really has to be highlighted in this 24-hour challenge, right? So despite what companies have said about providing personal protective equipment to gig workers, some workers say they are struggling to get masks, gloves, and other items from companies like Target-owned Shipt, Uber, Lyft, and Instacart. Just talk. Talk, no action with these CEOs. PPE is still a huge issue for us. Shipt shopper and organizer Willie Scold told TechCrunch, we have dozens of reports across the country where shoppers have gone to pick up their equipment to be told it's only for employees. On top of that, Target's Twitter account essentially said that much, right? Here, Target team members have been issued personal protective equipment as needed, but Target does not directly employ delivery team members for delivery outside of Drive Up. Carriers may issue PPE for their team members, though. Unacceptable, Target, unacceptable, Lyft, unacceptable, Uber, that you still have not got your act together. Earlier this month, Shipt workers staged a walk-off in protest of Shipt's treatment of workers amid the COVID-19 pandemic. They also did the same with Amazon because Jeff Bezos also hasn't given them the essentials. Around that time, Shipt said it would provide all shoppers with gloves and a mask within the next 2 weeks. Those shoppers, Shipt said, would be able to pick them up at their nearest Target stores. Shipt said it also would allow its most active shoppers to claim a free kit that included gloves and hand sanitizer, but some shoppers report struggling to pick up the PPE at Target and through the Shipt app. Unacceptable, my friends. Shipt declined to comment. Obviously, they don't want to comment, right, on the story, but pointed us to both Shipt's and Target's respective announcements. That's nothing. That's just passing the buck. That's shifting the blame. That's not doing anything. So we got to call out Shipt and Target on Twitter, in social media on Sunday, big time. It's the only way these companies get our attention. Over in Los Angeles, some Uber and Lyft drivers say the rideshare companies have yet to provide them with face masks and other protective equipment. This is in light of LA Mayor Eric Garcetti's worker protection order, which requires companies to provide essential workers with PPE. Nothing to date. From Uber, nothing to date. As an Uber driver, I'm incredibly vulnerable to infection. Uber driver Deborah Garcia said in a statement, I transport dozens of passengers every day, and many are the doctors and nurses dealing with coronavirus cases up close. Uber and Lyft love to talk about drivers as heroes on the front lines, but what does it say about these companies that they'd rather brainstorm clever hashtags than use even a small slice of their billions to keep drivers like me safe? It's infuriating, and it's time for our elected officials to take action. Uber says it has begun distributing masks to active drivers and delivery workers throughout the nation. They've done nothing. Nobody has reported anything of that nature to me. Initially focused on New York City and Los Angeles. Nothing has reached LA. Nothing has reached New York. Active drivers and delivery people in Los Angeles who have requested masks should receive them in the mail by the end of the week. We shall see. That's been promised for weeks now. This is a long-term commitment. An Uber spokesman told TechCrunch, we have ordered tens of millions of masks for drivers around the world and expect another major shipment to the US very soon. Very soon, very soon, coming soon, very soon, coming soon. Right? Uber said It has also started shipping around 30,000 bottles of disinfectant Lyft in response to claims that the company is not providing PPE, says what drivers are saying is not true. What the drivers are saying is true. It's coming soon, coming soon, coming soon to a city near you. Hasn't come yet. In light of the latest CDC guidance on cloth face coverings, we've ordered face masks for drivers at no cost to them. A Lyft spokesman told TechCrunch, we have been making them available to drivers, prioritizing regions where additional guidance about face coverings has been given. This includes LA, where we've already begun handing out thousands of face coverings to drivers. They handed out a handful in LA and it was over. Then people arrived, there was nothing left. Lyft began distributing masks last Saturday and distributed some more this past Monday and Wednesday. Lyft plans to distribute more on Friday. So far, Lyft says it has been able to hand out thousands of masks. I haven't heard that. There's also been reports that Instacart shoppers are having difficulty obtaining hand sanitizer and reusable face masks. Instacart says it has been providing shoppers with hand sanitizer since last week and began shipping thousands of kits with face masks, sanitizer, and thermometers in this past Monday. Nationwide, there is an understanding that gig workers delivering food and groceries and providing rides to people during the pandemic are essential. As more cities began to implement rules requiring people to wear masks upon entering grocery stores, companies will be forced to step up their production and delivery of personal protective equipment to workers. Companies, get your act together. This is unacceptable.